Hello everybody, this is Simon with Let's Play Sonic Unleashed. This stage, Rooftop Run Day Act 2, is really annoying to reach. I'm going to show you at 4 times speed what you have to do to get there. We've seen this before, this route in general, but you always have to do this because all the doors close, all the laser gates lock again, and it is really unfortunate because there is a specific point at this level where you might be very tempted to go, oh wait, I actually should go back to this later, and if you do, just leave the level, that's fine, you can do that, but then you can't select it from the level select. You have to do all of that again. And I'm going to tell you really shortly what that point is. But one first part where you might be like, oh, what have I got myself into, is one of those typical points where you get an extra life at the very start of a level, because that is always a bad sign, because that tells you that the level designer knows that you're going to die a lot. One hint at why you might be dying a lot here is already obvious. There is no floor in most of the levels, so you have to do a lot of tricky platforming. But at the moment everything is fine, and I'm not going to naysay the level too much just because it's difficult. I like this level, it's really cool. There is a lot of really nice stuff going on here, and a lot of really intricate, tricky platforming that is really nice for most enjoyers of platforming. However, this is not always super duper obvious and easy, and it has its own trappings. But I digress. For now, let's figure out how the wall jump works. You have to uncurl again. God, I hate this so much. That even with terrible wall jump mechanics, you can still do some cool wall jumping, as we're going to see in a bit. But anyway, I did the first part without dying. That's nice. And we get another extra life directly after the first checkpoint, the second loop. And now we reach the problem of this level. You are supposed to have the lightspeed dash here. How can you beat this level without the lightspeed dash? Well, I just showed you how to do it. If you homing attack the robot, you get catapulted up far enough that you can actually do a boost and then reach the other side of that ring trail. And this is actually something I did remember from the first time I played this level, that it took me quite a bit of figuring out, but I was stubborn. I didn't want to leave the level and do all of that other stuff again at the start, and it is in fact possible to beat this level without having the lightspeed dash. So I was very determined to do exactly that, and we're going to see how I am doing that. First I'm going to try to get this medal, however, though it doesn't look like I will be able to, and I just decide, okay, maybe next loop. But hey, there is another art book, so maybe I can get this one without dying. Oh, but the wall jump doesn't last for too long, so I'm dead, right? Nope. Haha! This is what I meant when I said you can use the wall jump in cool ways, and I did, because this ruled, and I hope you also like that, because I felt really proud about it. Anyway, one more lightspeed dash you don't need. Third loop now, another extra life. Be a little bit patient here so that you don't get hit by the electricity. Camera, don't know what's going on here, this does it often, and you can't shortcut here, sadly. There are moments here where the flow just doesn't work quite as well as I would like it to be, that you can't just go from enemy to platform, unless I guess you're like a super player and can do the slide and then into a jump. And anyway, here again is an instance where you're like, okay, so but I do need the lightspeed dash here, right? I'm going to just die here again. Another point where the flow just doesn't work out that well. And maybe if a jump, peak of the jump, no, not quite. Maybe at the very right of the platform, nah, that's not it actually. I'm going to show you how to do it. In fact, it is possible. First of all, slight awkward moment here, however. And again, no problem with the extra lives. You'll always keep filling them up. And a demonstration of what happens if you're not patient. Another thing where it is slightly flow breaking. It's not super ideal. And yeah, this guy is a bit of a dick. He gives me a lot of issues. Anyway, and another time where I didn't quite figure it out. Another attempt where I'm not like super ideally positioned. But now, how about this? Boost, jump, boost again, and then you can do it. And this was the last part where it's obviously a semi-required lightspeed dash, but you don't have to do it. This homing attack didn't work out. Should have been more patient here as well. Anyway, this guy also keeps hitting me. A little bit dickish placement here. But if you homing attack into it, also is not a problem. I'm going to do this later during the S rank run. But for now, let's go to this final stretch. Oh, this one here is a little bit annoyingly placed because you can't really see it coming in some circumstances. Anyway, last moon medal, free, don't have to risk anything. And we're done with the level after just officially 6 minutes. Just a few deaths in between I cut out. That's okay, that wasn't too bad. That took me in total about 10 minutes of trying out. But, of course, now I'm like, can I get the S rank without the Lightspeed dash? Of course it will be harder, but I just need to not die, right? So what I can do now is actually go to the level select. You can see that you can select all of the side quest levels here as well, if you want to replay the hard mode versions. And you can easily, quickly, super nicely go in here, but just, you know, I have to do it first. But this took me a bit. If you stay until the very end of the video, I might reveal how long it actually took me, because I mean this is just a 12-minute video, right? But what you're seeing right now is a highlight reel of every square centimeter of the level being covered in dead Sonics, because I died pretty much at any given point in this level, trying to be a little bit more efficient, trying to be a little bit quicker, especially at the start, but a lot can go wrong. Like homing attack targets showing up, but you're not actually reaching. Homing attacks triggering a little bit too late for you to actually profit of them. Me wanting to boost immediately, but oh, I hadn't reached the bottom platform, so I'm overshooting. Or here, I'm like trying to kill this guy with a homing attack, but oh, Sonic had already touched the ground, so he's boosting into the robot. Whatever happened here? Much too high. If you are a speedrunner, you can probably just put this into a slide, jump off the platform, carry upward momentum. All cool. I'm not a speedrunner. I have to be a little bit careful here. But I'm still trying to optimize it. You can't. Need a little bit more patience. Most of the deaths are me trying to be a little bit too quick. Like here, for example, like I want to boost into that ring, but you can't boost into that ring. Now I'm too careful, jumping over the ring. But yeah, the rings are a little bit off the ground, so you actually have to jump in them. This is going to kill me a few times. And then this bullshit. I don't know what happened here. Why is Sonic turning around? Again, happened twice. The one death that I'm showing twice, but by the way, I am not showing every single death. I'm mostly just showing unique deaths. For most of the ones at the very start, I died 3 or 4 times in the same way, because, you know, sometimes you just keep repeating mistakes, especially if every attempt is like 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes in, then you die, replay the first part, die again to something stupid, you know, happens. Anyway, this guy with the shield, big problem, killed me a lot. This platforming segment here as well. Trying to be a little bit quick, trying to be a little bit efficient. But if you're too efficient, again, you need to use the boost here and then slam down so that you don't overshoot the block. Otherwise, you will die here super easily, and is very annoying because then you have to redo the whole first loop. So, oof, yeah, it's like it keeps happening here. Very annoying having to replay an entire minute, and then I'm impatient. Hit this guy here, you know how it is. The bumpers at the that you can see in the distance, by the way, never killed me. That's not a big problem. Usually easily done. And now here, which problem are we gonna encounter next? Not this, not this. Oh, overshooting here, because I want to be efficient, right? I want to go into here, into the rainbow ring, but yeah. And then I want to be efficient here, just hold forward, but that's also not. I need to do a little bit of a stop here, go down, and oh, this one hurt, this one hurt. That was so stupid, missing everything at the same time. Here I want to boost through the checkpoint. Remember, there is a speed stat, so you do actually get a lot of points for this. This one also hurt, like I almost saved myself from that stupid interaction with the shield. Anyway, here, again, you can't shortcut here, I know this. We have seen this before, but just as a reminder, this was part of the S-rank grinding process. Here, also, just a little bit too late in boosting again, and I missed this one here. And this one here, again, you can't shortcut, you have to stop a little and then do the jump into the ring. It's like, the level could be a little bit tighter, a little bit nicer, and a little bit more efficient, and then stuff like this happens. Super discouraging, like, God, I was like, oh my God, not again, not at the very end. There's 2 minutes, right? 2 minutes of trying this, and then here I desperately want to avoid this guy, and I overshoot the ring at the end. This is like an aborted attempt, you could tell it was 5 minutes in, but still, I just wanted to see how it goes. Anyway, now I'm going to full lap everything here. This is a deathless attempt, and you can see now that I'm pretty good at this stage and avoiding all of the deaths, this flows quite well. It's not perfect, as I've shown, but in general, what we are doing here, what we are seeing, it's beautiful. I have figured out a way to always get the correct wall jump here, go in here, boost through this, no problem, you will get the spring, break your momentum here. The way to figure out how to do this, go up here, kill this guy. Then this one here is always a little bit boring, but I can shortcut above because I no longer have to get the medal. Then here, this one's always fun. I just really like this because you still have control over it. You can die, as I've shown. It's not automatic. You're not just holding forward. This is not what the level demands. It wants deliberation in everything that you are doing. This is nice, but it can also be really tiring after a while because, again, this can take quite a while. By the way, this was 2 recording sessions. So sometimes you see me restart because I'm now actually going for S ranks, and sometimes I'm just like, okay. And then you get hit by the spike ball at the end because you can't see it coming, and I think this cost me the S rank here because I did not die. Really, really, really frustrating. But then eventually at some point I did get the S rank, and we are now watching this in normal speed. So here you can always, almost always, I did die here sometimes when I didn't have the correct speed, get over one of the bumpers at the start. Here always slow down, land, then you have to boost because otherwise you will overshoot. You've seen that happen. Here as well, don't rush it. Like, it's not, time is not that big of a deal for the S rank here. You just need to make it through. You can also possibly shortcut here, but I figured I need the rings. There must be a reason why this 10 ring is so suspicious here, and you have to remember I can't lightspeed dash, so I'm going to miss a bunch of ring trails later on. So I was going out of my way to always get these 10 rings. They are valuable points at the end. Anyway, now again I know how to do the wall jump here consistently. I was slowing down to get one more enemy in the homing attack chain. I will not always get every enemy, but I feel like this is also important here. Don't forget that you have to go over, otherwise you can't make it. If you don't use the boost from this enemy, you're screwed. Basically soft locked, have to die, it's not fun. Without the lightspeed dash again. And here, as I mentioned during the A rank run, just forward, forward, above, forward, also forward, yeah, that works exactly. And then here, always be careful to actually aim for the rings. And here is something that I introduced as well after the A rank. This way I get more rainbow rings. Don't forget that every rainbow ring is 1,000 points, and you need these points, and this is why I was going out of my way to do this risky maneuver and also get some more rings. That I think is the key to make this into a consistent S rank without, again, the lightspeed dash. I'm not even going for the extra life here because it doesn't really matter. I'm life positive by far anyway. Don't get discouraged by the camera doing its own thing here. That's fine. Like, this point I am like, yeah, this is baby talk, baby stuff. I got nerves of steel at this point. This one here also know now. Here definitely homing attack into it, won't get hit. Keep your rings, that's cool. Always go above one here. Don't homing attack too early. Don't be tempted here. I don't know where the spike ball is. I'm like, okay, here, way at the end, but it can trap you. You don't know where it is. It is off screen and coming at you quickly. And here I'm like, okay, finally. It's not 100k? What? Do I have to redo everything? No, that's still an S rank. I think the threshold is just 90k. Like, I just forgot. I was like, I was getting a mini heart attack here. You can't believe me. I was like, oh no, I have to redo all of this again. But I didn't. I got through it. I did get an S rank, no lightspeed dash. And yeah, here's the hint how long it took. Thank you very much for your attention.